selalu dengar orang tua selalu kena scam selepas dia retire. So scammer-scammer ni akan pergi scam orang-orang ni. You can melabur dekat sini, kau boleh dapat double the digit.
If you look at next door, Singapore, even their CPF, they lock until they die. That's why Singapore government do this. Don't forget that ada EPF baru ada extra money to get scam.
Welcome to podcast Dengar Baik Baik, brought to you by Gila Hartanah. Saya Zakri.
Saya William.
Alright, William, selamat kembali.
Yes, selamat kembali.
Kembali apa?
Kembali ke studio lah untuk shoot podcast ni.
Pandainya. Kau baru balik daripada China kan?
Oh ya.
Kau nak share sikit experience. Aku dengar you found your dream retirement life.
Dream life waktu saya berbasikal sebelah river dekat Canton Tower tu. Lepas tu nampak people from all walks of cycle. Orang tua, kanak-kanak, couple. They just enjoy their own things lah. Like, wow, I feel like that's the life bro. Like, wow, that moment I really enjoy it lah, basically. But not now.
Tak ada orang muda lah, semua orang tua.
Semua lah basically.
So, kau pergi mana? Again, boleh kau cerita sikit? Kau pergi China, right?
Yeah.
So you cover all of the tier 1 area in China?
Yeah, I've already checked out all the tier 1. The Beisang Guangzhou, which is all the 4 tier 1 cities. Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen. Yes, they call it Beisang Guangzhou.
Beisang Guangzhou?
Yes, betul.
I
betul.
see, wow.
So now after this probably explore yang lagi dalam punya tempat lah. Yang tier 2, tier 3 semua tu.
So out of these 4 area, which one you like the most?
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Where's you like city?
I mean out of this 4 mah. So yeah lah. I mean dia mix modern lah semua tu lah. Like you have everything lah. Yang heritage punya tempat ada, yang modern punya tempat ada. Everything bro. So I think that's the best one good for me.
So is it okay to retire dekat Shanghai ke?
Tapi mahal lah.
So good to retire dekat Guangzhou.
I mean all the tier 1 memang lagi mahal lah bro.
So
kalau
you to retire,
you kena kaya bro. Macam dekat KL, kau mau retire, sekarang ni berapa juta? 1.3 juta dan tu tajuk hari ni lah kan. Kita balik kepada EPF pula hari ni.
Pandainya.
Sudah balik dari mood raya kan you?
Masih lagi dalam mood raya.
Raya lagi. Tak apa, hari ni kita bincang tentang KWSP kan?
Betul.
Okay.
Our topic today, we are talking about simpanan KWSP dan Hartanah. Cukup ke nak pencen tahun 2026?
Okay.
Aku rasa quite hot juga. Recently kita ada news talking about Dividen
yang baru keluar kan.
6.15%. So ramai juga orang muda, sebab diorang ada access to the apps. Ada orang pun pergi check. Ada yang tak puas hati, ada yang berpuas hati.
Yang feature yang show the projection tu
itu lain.
This
one is the dividend amount.
Dividend yang dapat lah tu.
Aku tengok ramai orang queue lah. Queue satu hari berjam-jam. I don't do that. I do that selepas orang dah hype-hype tu, aku macam people check
So you happy with your dividend return lah?
I'm okay lah. Aku I have no expectation on that. Aku just happy je lah. Aku tengok happy ada duit masuk macam tu.
Faham.
Have you check? Have you check?
I nampak news, baru tengok.
Aku pun
sama juga.
Macam tu lah. So aku tak tahu macam adakah sekarang ni because of the accessibility yang kita senang to access the apps tu, membuatkan orang pun rasa macam okay, KWSP is a thing.
Yeah.
Because quite a lot of people talking about invest in KWSP, self contribution, those kind of things recently for the past 1 to 2 years, especially post COVID, right? So again, hari ni kita nak bincang. Apart from those, we're going to talk about dividend 6.15% yang baru keluar tu, right? And next we are going to talk about untuk bersara comfortably, you perlukan
berapa simpanan. Okay.
Adakah 400,000 cukup ataupun you have to have 1.3 million to comfortably retire.
Okay.
Next adalah adakah KWSP ni kejam sebab dia tak bagi keluarkan duit sendiri.
Okay.
Ramai rakyat pun marah-marah juga sebab they only give you 10% flexibility.
Hmm.
The rest you have to keep it
Sampai you bersara lah.
sampai you tua.
Okay.
So yeah. And last but not least adalah sejahtera, account 2, account sejahtera, inisiatif perumahan. Alright. So again, first of all, go back to the first question. First question pula. First topic kita, dividen tahun 2025 dah keluar 6.15%.
Okay.
2024 punya dividen 6.3%. And post COVID, yang paling tinggi I think was last year lah. Sebab sebelum tu is a 5 plus
5% kan.
So we are going to see about this range saja. Dividend from KWSP lah roughly. That's quite safe lah. I mean
quite good actually return tu.
quite okay lah. It's a forced saving for you.
Yeah.
But at the end you're gonna have dividend as well. So something that at least people looking at lah, especially for those employees lah. Macam tu, right? And
Tapi persoalan yang dekat online tu banyak cakap dia apa tu 6.15% tu sedap, tapi gaji dia rendah. Macam mana mau hit the apa tu simpanan 1.3 juta yang untuk persaraan yang selesa tu. Yang tu persoalan lah dekat online kan.
Betul.
So is it realistic? What you think?
Aku rasa macam kalau gaji kau rendah, you for me that's not the only things that you should look at lah. Betul. In order for you to retire, you must have to have at least 6-figure savings in EPF
Just to cover your basic expenses lah, makan, minum semua tu kan.
Roughly you only need about 400k untuk retire.
Okay.
Untuk survive, right?
Right.
But to live comfortably, 1.3 million, 1.5 million potentially in the future.
That's the latest reference lah tu.
Betul. So kalau macam gaji you rendah and you are still young, I think you still ada peluang, opportunity dan masa for you to push yourself to upskill dan apa semua tu lah. Right? So for me as of now, tak apa. Kalau gaji rendah, don't give up.
Baru start je.
Baru start. Sebab orang-orang yang gaji pun dah 5 figure today, 6 figure. They started from this kind of range juga before.
Betul.
Right? They upskill themselves. They go to the right company that suits them. They can apa explore and apa semua tu. So it's not right or wrong dekat sini. As long as you don't start dekat the same pay, then that's totally fine. Tak ada masalah. Right? And at least there's something for you, 6.15%. Kan? Daripada you simpan dekat savings account lain
yang tu sangat rendah.
Yang bagi you potentially tak ada pun.
Yes.
So
adalah 0.0 something good.
Betul.
Sangat rendah lah.
Betul. Even if you park dekat ASB today is not even 6%.
Only 4 to 5 only.
Yeah, betul. 5-ish for the past few years, right? That's quite okay. But when we are talking about forced saving, untuk Bumi Putra kita ada kelebihan untuk park dekat ASB. So technically you can have 2 forced saving platform. So one is KWSP obviously if you're employer, and also the other one is ASB. So ASB ada pelbagai lah. Dia ada ASB financing, ada ASB simpan sendiri, right? Some people use ASB financing as their forced savings commitment, right? Sebab diorang buat financing every month untuk diorang commit to the bank loan lah, right? In a way they have to pay, but at the end of the year they're gonna get the dividend. So this
the advantage lah for Bumi.
So advantage ada 2 lah. Technically you can see it as a forced saving lah, and both gonna give you dividend yang lebih kurang in the range tu lah, about 5 to 6% macam tu.
Actually just now you talk about employee dapat EPF. Yang no employee actually dapat juga. They can have the option to melabur dalam EPF.
Betul.
I think we have a cap of how much again per year? 100k maximum.
I think so.
Maximum cap tu.
Betul.
For those yang tak kerja employee lah.
Betul. Self-contribute lah.
Yeah, commission earner ke, business owner ke, you can contribute also. Yeah.
Today we have a lot of influencers. They contribute juga lah kot.
Tak tahu?
Should be lah. Macam tu.
Okay.
Right? And another thing is about account 3 structure. Yang baru diperkenalkan.
What you think actually?
Okay.
Dia last year kan? Last year ke 2 years ago?
Betul. Recently je. Aku rasa benda ni keluar selepas, okay, if you can recall correctly, during COVID time, there was Aisina I
Banyak I lah, lupa dah.
I sejahtera apa semua I tu lah.
Okay.
You remember that people can fork out, can cash out their 10,000, their 8,000, 5,000 ringgit from their account tu.
I think ada kot.
Yes. So this started during COVID, where we totally understand that point of time is the time where people need to survive financially. At the point of time, memang
Betul lah.
a lot of industry flop, and a lot of business closed down also. Some of my family members also affected by COVID and closed down also lah. Right? So I think sejak daripada itu, rakyat meminta-minta.
Okay.
Dia meminta-minta macam dulu government bagi secara sukarelanya. So sekarang government dah tak bagi dah ni. Sebelum ada akaun 3, akaun 1 dan akaun 2 macam biasa. Tapi sebabkan rakyat meminta-minta, rakyat cakap tu duit kami. Government jangan pegang duit kami. Wah, garang.
Since then lah tu. You rasa? Okay.
Betul. Dia orang menjadi garang dan garing kita panggil.
I see.
So dia kau boleh nampak tak kat sini dia macam disebabkan orang, kalau dalam peribahasa Melayu kita panggil bagi betis nak peha. So orang dah bagi sikit, kau nak lagi, right?
Faham.
The flexibility tu, alright? So and that's the idea come where keluarnya account 3 flexible ni. So now dia orang restructure balik. Account 1 adalah account persaraan, which you contribute 75% instead of 70% before this. Then after that you're gonna have account 2, which is account sejahtera, which is sebelum ni 30%, now become only 15%, and another 10% is account flexible, which you can cash out anytime.
Okay.
Macam tu. For me, it depends. Dia boleh jadi threat, dia boleh jadi benefits for some people for this account 3. What do you think?
Itulah actually based on your peribahasa tu memang I think spot on pun, because I mean most people memang look at the short term je. They want to spend, whatever they want kan sekarang, especially with our, a lot more impulsive spending. We talk about PNPL last week and semua tu, last 2 weeks ago, and I think dia macam give more people that this kind of impulsive spending tu macam tak apa tu, not helping with their long term punya planning lah. And I think if you look on a macro perspective, a lot of countries yang look into long term, look at our neighbour Singapore semua tu, they have this centralized punya pension punya scheme lah, basically for the people, because the key for government to really take care of at least to maintain people's punya life, right, is to really secure those yang especially B40 and 40 tu. That's why they built this investment scheme for the pension, right? I mean, in fact, EPF I think is one of the largest in the world. The pension scheme ni, I think it's about 10 plus lah. Singapore is about number 5, number 6 among the best in the world. So look at 6% plus, it's a very very good return by the way. So I think most people yang diorang tak tengok tu is about the long term punya planning too, like what kind of savings you need untuk really survive tanpa kerja, tanpa having income, active work, right? Yang tu memang ramai orang tak tengok tu. So account 3 ni memang like I think what you said tu, dia open the floodgate that people want to, like, okay, I want to get more money. It's my money. I mean, yes, it's your money, but again, it's a safety net lah. Basically, it's for government to really look out for their people lah. I think it's very very important untuk you appreciate this more than your own money yang I don't know where you spend it. So that's my point of view lah.
Kalau kau keluarkan duit kau every month,
Yeah.
it defeats the purpose of
Yalah.
doing the pension fund already. So macam kau tak perlu ada lah, kau contribute 90% je lah every month. You don't have to contribute 100% pun, right? So for me tu is a trap ataupun tak tu, it depends on how you see these things. So macam we understand like B40 today, they are struggling in terms of financial due to the living cost is high. But other than that, things that you can control, like your lifestyle and apa semua tu. So for me, if you nak keluarkan duit daripada account 3 tu, you cannot do things yang unnecessary, like those nak beli contoh
anything that requires upgrade, I don't think so.
Betul.
Yeah.
Like example, all this while you want to buy a new car, kau tak cukup 10% deposit.
New gadget, yes.
So kau tak cukup 10% deposit because of this new structure. Then you have, for example, kau nak beli Honda apa yang famous? Honda.
City Oh, motor Motor I don't know the brand.
Civic.
Civic.
Contoh.
Okay.
Honda Civic kan.
Uh-uh.
Contoh kau umur dah 35 ni.
Okay.
You are actually about 20 years from retirement. Example. But your account 3 ada RM15,000. So kau nak cash out semua sebab kau nak park as deposit for your Honda Civic. Kita panggil Honda ketam dulu.
Okay, the light tu lah.
Civic ketam.
Right.
So that's not a good way for you to do it. Sebab again, this is your retirement fund.
Yes.
It's for yourself also in the future time. Is a trap ataupun tak, it depends on your usage. Again, kalau benda tu you beli untuk gunakan untuk beli something that potentially generate income. Like example, you want to run businesses or you want to buy property, that should be totally fine.
Yeah.
That something can give back to you lah.
I mean, there's account 2 also for that lah. Anyhow.
Betul.
Tapi itulah.
Betul. But if you want to use account 3 for that, should be okay lah, better, right? So that's on public punya perspective. A little bit I want to inject here is from KWSP punya perspective. After they implement this account 3, so you know retirement fund ni, they collect money then they park somewhere else the asset and some investment on asset, the asset
allocation lah.
Yeah, money market, etc. So once they allocate that 10% allocation to become flexible, so called, so now diorang already reduce their allocation to park in their money market as well as the investment in other asset class. Hence, we are going to foresee the distribution dividend might be lower by time. Sebab kau ada 10% yang kau dah semua orang boleh keluarkan hari ni. Like everyone, right? And in fact, during the time that they introduced this and implemented this, about 4 to 5 billion ringgit was cash out. Masa tu dikeluarkan. Masa awal-awal diorang fasa keluarkan. So technically 4 to 5 billion ringgit is a big amount for you to park in money market and some other asset class. It should be giving a very big return. So 10% is a very big amount and you should be also expecting the lower dividend by time. But still this year they still managed to get you 6.15% dividend. Quite a stable punya number, I would say. Right? To be honest, a lot of financial experts, they are expecting lower return this year from KWSP. Memang lower compared to last year, but still considered stable, more than 6%, macam tu, right? And other than that, if you keluarkan, okay, so patah balik kepada public punya perspective, right? So people are saying that keluar, bagi lagi flexibility, again, bagi petis nak peha 2.0, right? Orang dah bagi account flexible, nak lagi more allocation daripada account 2 untuk berhari raya. So kau tengok tahun ni 2026 is a tough time for some people, especially for Q1, quarter 1. Anak naik sekolah, at the same time you have quite a lot of long holidays. Perayaan, you have Chinese New Year and also Ramadan and also Hari Raya Aidilfitri. So Q1 is a very challenging quarter for especially the lower bracket salary people coming from B40 lah, I would say, and also M40 don't forget. So these people actually quite struggle and diorang again lah, bagi betis nak peha 2.0, diorang minta government untuk bagi lagi flexibility for them to cash out lagi for diorang untuk survive diorang punya hari raya. So those things for me, aku personally totally disagree dengan apa yang rakyat minta. I think whatever that government atau KWSP dah tetapkan is 10% tu, I think is quite a lot of
actually
allocation already. Country lain tak ada.
Singapore tak ada.
You only boleh keluarkan when you reach 55.
Yes.
Kan? Country lain tak ada. 10% is a lot, like super a lot, right? So if you really consider untuk keluarkan duit retirement fund you sekarang, it will lead you for retirement punya allocation later akan kekurangan duit lah.
Yalah.
Right? So
with the compounding effect lagi.
Betul.
The interest semua tu.
That you're supposed to get example 1.7 million. Tiba-tiba because of this you potentially get 800,000-900,000 saja. Right? But you have you are supposed to go and get amount that can potentially suit your lifestyle masa tu. Alright, which I think ni relates to again kebarangkalian untuk kau tak bersara comfortably is high lah, right? If government keep on agree je apa yang public minta, right? Good part is they don't do it lah. So hopefully they don't really listen to the people.
Kena firm lah. Yeah.
10% is okay. I think is max already. For some people yang tak nak keluarkan langsung, tiba-tiba diberikan 10%, diorang pun reluctant juga lah. Sometimes diorang macam 50-50 lah. So for me max already lah 10%. What do you think, William?
Yalah, memang tak sentuh lah. Again, most people memang think short term, and government punya role memang kena think long term for most of the people lah, majority tu, which is really to look after their retirement, especially when the society also getting older, right? And lifespan is getting better due to better lifestyle, healthcare semua tu. So I think it's government kena firm with this lah, even though it is not popular or fame or get a lot of support from the people. Again, yeah lah, most people memang look at short term. That's a role lah. There's a tough spot between government and people, what people want.
Betul. Talking about run out of money during retirement So again, balik kepada kita punya topik asal tadi. You must have 1.3 million for you to retire comfortably.
Yes.
Or at least 390,000 for you to survive.
Okay, makan minum, sewa.
At the age of 60.
Okay.
Alright. So, apakah yang patut dilakukan untuk make sure that kau reach that 1.3 million tu, William?
Actually, it's a similar topic that we discussed a few weeks ago. I think it's about how you really upskill yourself to increase your value. Eventually, you get more through your own input too. So the return, especially in terms of salary, semua tu is more to what you can contribute. Right? I think I shared with my friends before. The more value you created to more people, the more, in a way, monetary return to come to you lah. So I think the key is to upskill yourself, try to create more value to more people. That's the key. Eventually, you punya, gaji, you punya income, right, will be higher naturally because of the value you created too.
If I may share, KWSP apps, diorang ada this one feature where you can project berapakah your retirement fund will be by your age of retirement. Example, you want to retire at the age of 50 tahun. So boleh pergi dekat apps KWSP tu, scroll dekat bawah sekali, dia ada calculator whereby you can put your current salary and you can put your projected when is you want to retire. As of now, dia letak minimal 50 tahun lah. I think that's the suggested.
Right.
Ataupun paling banyak orang retire kat umur 50 lah. Tu paling minimum umur 50 tahun. Then after that, you can put what is the projected annual increment salary.
Okay.
Yang you akan dapat. So potentially you can put 5% lah kot. Market, I don't know. The big range depends on industry lah. It can be more, it can be less. So let's say you've put 5% and projected dividend, roughly you can put 5-6% macam tu. Then you can see berapakah you akan dapat kalau gaji you sekarang adalah contoh RM5,000. So example, sampai tak 1.3 million tu masa umur 50 tahun. Kalau belum, potentially you can drag jadi pergi umur 55 tahun lah, kau retire umur 55 lah. So can you meet that 1.3 million ataupun tak? As of today punya benchmark lah.
Okay.
By looking at the inflation etc. So you can put potentially 1.5, 1.6 million projection by the age of 50 or 55. Right? So again, kenapa calculator ni aku rasa sangat-sangat membantu, relates to your point tadi just now. So dekat situ kau boleh play around tau. Kau punya gaji sekarang, kau punya gaji nanti, kau punya gaji, kau punya distribution dan apa semua. So the gaji part tu whereby in a way the motivates you to become better lah. So kau nak ada contoh, when you look at the projection tu, kau nak ada 2 million example from your EPF. Then after that you project tu, oh gaji aku tak cukup because my gaji now is only 5,000 and my increment is only 5%. So what you are going to look at yourself adalah upskilling lah, right? To make sure that you jump your pay tu lebih tinggi by time.
Yes.
Right? Not only follow the market and apa semua tu. Hence you can have higher contribution to your EPF than higher retirement fund at the end of the period tu lah. Macam tu, right? Yeah. So quite a good point lah, in a way. Upskilling. So again, upskilling is one of the best thing for you to do. Siapa yang
Invest in yourself.
betul.
Yeah.
And selain daripada tu, I don't think you only have to rely on EPF saja
Mm-mm.
or on your retirement, right? You only can go for other investment platforms, as well as the best one yang kita selalu advise our client is to invest in property,
In Malaysia.
right? So aku rasa ni William punya kepakaran lah. So macam mana kau nak utilize kau punya KWSP ni, William?
So
Dalam
KWSP,
pembelian hartanah.
I mean we all know EPF account tu yang nama dia apa tu? Account Sejahtera. Yang tu memang serve the purpose untuk beli rumah, one of them kan, other than hijrah dan juga apa tu, medical purposes or kids education punya fee. So property ni boleh pakai EPF account tu punya duit untuk bayar down payment, even bayar installment tau. So I think you boleh maximize if you want, but for me I tak sentuh langsung lah. Memang look at the compounding effect tu, just leave it there. Tapi kalau you perlu pakai, you can use that as part of your tool untuk buy property from there.
Tapi boleh ke macam sebelum aku join this property investment industry, kalau aku pergi jumpa ejen-ejen rumah kan, dia orang always ask me about my EPF tau. So adakah kau rasa okay ke untuk gunakan account dua aku ni untuk beli rumah as deposit punya allocation tu lah. Sebab aku nampak ramai juga orang yang umur 30 lebih, they use that by the flexibility tu lah untuk beli rumah. Sebab in order for them to kumpul 10-15%,
faham.
it's hard.
Down payment kan.
Yes.
I mean okay je, especially if you really can't save that money, but through your EPF account tu memang service purpose lah. If you need it, then you pakai. But if you okay, you have your extra cash, right, then best to not to touch it lah. Like what you said tu, the compounding effect of the money tu is very huge lah over the long run.
Betul.
So if boleh, tak payah pakai. But tapi kalau perlu pakai aja lah. I mean that serves the purpose, right, of the account tu.
I agree lah, in a way. Apart from KWSP, kau boleh juga beli rumah tanpa menggunakan modal. That's the best part lah. I think as a Malaysians, that's the best part, where you can enjoy those things. At the same time, you don't need to fork out your KWSP pun. But at the same time, you can also buy the investment property for yourself, and also instead of enjoy the compounding interest daripada KWSP, EPF, you also can enjoy the potential capital gain dekat your property purchase.
Yeah, both way lah.
Yeah. At the same time, not using any capital and not using your own capital to pay the monthly mortgage to the bank, right? Because you're using other people's money lah.
Yeah.
Pay the mortgage to the bank. At the same time, generate more cash flow, more income for you monthly dekat situ lah. So that's the best part of being Malaysians, I see as of now.
Yeah, as of now.
Yeah.
Betul.
Kan? Alright. So I think we covered almost everything already. Where EPF ni bukan sahaja beri benefit kepada employee untuk dari segi bagi kau safety net, especially during your retirement days later. But again, giving you some flexibility. Again, Malaysia is rare country lah that giving such things.
Account flexible.
Rakyat minta dapat kan. Jangan kalau this Aidilfitri rakyat minta dapat lagi, aku tak tahu nak cakap apa. Dia macam memang dengar rintihan rakyat sangat-sangat lah. Rakyat pun janganlah marah-marah. Cuba relax bertenang kan. So for me, again, aku memang disagree if government nak bagi lebih flexibility daripada allocation KWSP tu, lebih daripada 10%. Right? For me, you have to secure your future as well. Right? Kerja sangat tiring, you guys know. Right? So simpanlah, biar je dekat dalam tu, let it be in the right place, and they can compound the dividend with the right interest and apa semua tu.
Unless you memang kena pakai untuk pay for basic necessity, yang tu hanya cover makan minum, basic tau, bukan untuk upgrade, bukan untuk enjoy tau. Dan juga sewa rumah ataupun installment, right? Not to really enjoy lifestyle, pakai account 3. Yang tu memang I don't think it's a smart move at all.
So apa benda yang contoh on the normal lifestyle today, apa benda yang kau rasa memang situation itu sahaja yang kau boleh guna untuk beli untuk keluarkan account 3?
Well, you have a family, you don't have enough duit untuk beli makanan for your family, for your kids, right, for your spouse, then I think that's the time you need to use that. It's like desperate punya scenario, baru pakai. Other than that, untuk beli new gadget, pay for anything else other than the basic necessity, like I said, food, drink, yang basic tau, bukan pergi enjoy tau, right? Then I don't think it's worth it at all to keluarkan duit tu. I think it's a dumb move lah, basically. Yeah.
Aku selalu dengar orang tua selalu kena scam selepas dia retire. Case contoh, orang tua yang dah retire umur 55 atau 60 tahun, dia orang ada 1.5 million in their EPF. Okay. Scammer ni dia orang tahu tau. Kau dah retire then you have this much in your EPF.
Okay.
Then you can cash out. So scammer ni akan pergi scam orang-orang ni. Scam duit lah in terms of skim cepat kaya ke. Contoh ada investment, you can melabur dekat sini, kau boleh dapat double the digit.
That's why
by the next 1 year. Example,
if you look at next door, Singapore, even their CPF, they lock until they die. They can't even really fully lump sum like EPF after they reach the retirement age. That's why Singapore government do this, right? At the same time, don't forget this.
Singapore.
But another question to ask also is, if think back, right, without EPF, will they have that 1 million plus retirement savings? Highly unlikely for most people. So when you have that, don't forget that ada EPF baru ada ni tau.
Betul.
Extra money to get scammed. Of course, you don't really. I mean, once you reach retirement age, I don't think you really should look into like fast money already good.
Betul.
Return to just make it, cover your basic lifestyle tu je lah.
But that's the fact today lah. Ramai orang kena scam because of that. Sebab the scammer ni diorang dapat bau. Kan? Kau dah retire, kau dah ada duit banyak, dia akan scam kau. And by that time kau sangat-sangat menyesal lah, sebab you have 1 million, at the end kau tinggal 100,000 je. Right, your 900,000 lesap macam tu je, berlebur. Konon-konon melabur dekat investment fund yang lebih bagi interest yang lebih tinggi, right, from KWSP. So those things. Second, I think yang kau perlu berhati-hati selepas kau retire ataupun sebelum retire adalah kalau kau nak guna account 3 ni, is not really on the life upgrade lah, as you said. Life upgrade tu when you really mampu lah. Kalau tak mampu tu jangan gunakan account 3. Kesian dia.
I mean, you upgrade only when you reach that capability mah.
Betul.
Why you upgrade using your pension money, EPF?
Janganlah beli civic ketam.
Which means it's not, you don't worth that yet.
So tak boleh beli civic ketam lah. Civic ketam is a wrong move lah for you to buy. All this while you are waiting for your deposit kan. Kau gunakan account 3 sebab kau tak mampu nak kumpul deposit sebelum ni, kereta dan kau beli. And so technically kau tambah hutang lagi. So that's a very very wrong move lah. Upgrade lifestyle using account 3 because
ni
of
yang akan move this before retirement age.
Betul.
That's why we need EPF.
Yeah.
So
that's technically it. Again, as a Malaysian, I'm quite happy in what they are doing, but somehow I think rakyat, they shouldn't ask more lah. Whatever that they provide today is whatever that I think suits today punya situation. Orang dulu boleh je survive, tak ada this flexibility, right? So again, look at your lifestyle and how you spend money and apa semua tu. Okay. Yeah. Any last word from you?
I mean, that's all. Don't be dumb with your EPF account 3. Just keep it there for your retirement. Right? You upgrade only when you are capable. If you need EPF money to upgrade, which means you are not capable enough. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.